in that game here, so really didn't manage to do anything with him. But in this case, again, as long as Maokai can just sit and farm and get his Rod of Ages, and you can use the Jace Corki Spike in this mid game, then there's not a lot of wave there on the side of Copenhagen because Morgana is not going to be sitting in the mid lane herself.
Prowling around that jungle, Soren could be in a little bit of trouble, not yet level 6, and he has a serious lead on farm, might be lulled into a false sense of security, baited as Corey goes forward. There's the flash. Praise Seeker not going to connect, but he's going to tunnel and get the knock up. Soren, he's knocked into the wall, and that's first blood. It's hammer time for Corey.
Great first blood here by MYM, really knowing they have to shut down this Cassidy and get, otherwise MYM can actually push down these turrets fairly easily. And this pet, he's gone out.
That ward, I hope it was worth it. He only gets 3 shots before Freeze takes him down.
And we just saw minions realizing they have to back away. Corey's not here yet. But that was a poke wall lost by MYM, despite them having the stronger combat this set, but they're going in.
Yep, they are now unlimited. Getting popped. JWoww coming up big, and Youngbuck forced to pop his Zanya's Hourglass as he does manage to get one locked up on the Soul Shackles. He goes down all the same. A 2-for-0 fight to meet your makers. And it looks like they're getting the tower on top.
They can get 2 turrets from this one here. Just keep pushing down. You have the vintage, you have the tippers. That was just a quick turnaround and a lot of bursts coming in from the likes of Corki and Jace at this point. To blow up 2 targets onto Airwax as well.
Yeah, they try to move for him. JWoww was when he took some poke, but Horo says you can't go anywhere. They turn off the tower, but they get another kill.
Remember that MYM at the moment, playing the minion. And look at this. Teleport behind from Youngbuck. He's not spotted.
Going on a sneaky scouting mission, or rather a flank attack. They're going to find Horo in the pit. He's going to jump his way out. JWoww, they turn their attention. Soren comes up with the pick on a Horo as JWoww is trying to tank the front line there as the Soul Shackles. Youngbuck, he should be able to find it, but they found Corey as well. It is a 3-for-none. Copenhagen Wolves surround and take out Meet Your Makers and a Dragon.
And a quick faster, a little bit faster rotation to get a free turret. So 2 turrets for them now in top and bot lane. But the Copenhagen Wolves are looking to fight.
Might not be free after all. Airwalks jumps ahead, a little ahead of his team. Soren has to pop his Zanya's Hourglass. It's a 5 versus 4, but Soren is going to even the score. He finds Corey. JWoww blown up in the back. Youngbuck was able to find something. It's a double kill for Soren. Can he get some more? Nisbeth served up on a silver platter. How about a triple kill for Soren?
Again, for Copenhagen Wolves here, they know they can take the fights. Spike from MYM, but they never really got to push too much. Now onto JWoww. He's very tanky. But it's against 3 guys. Rek'Sai coming
enough?
in.
Yeah, he's going to have some backup from Horo in just a minute. Do they have the chance to move back in? He's actually going to Twisted Advance. Soren, they've cut him up. The knock up, the Wild Growth as well. Excuse me. Didn't use that one just yet. It wasn't off cooldown. That's Rales coming up with the kill onto Airwax. They're looking for him as well, and they blow him up. JWoww still tanking through this line, but not for much longer. Meet Your Makers, they double down, and they lose big. It's another 4-for-1. This time a double kill goes to Freeze.
It's not because they're bad players. Like, player for player, in terms of mechanics, they actually have some very, very strong plays. We see Corey against Soren now in his bottom lane.
See if he can do something there. He's actually going to find quite a lot of the damage, and I don't know about that flash. Well, I guess it did. Wait a minute. Yeah, he did use it.
And now, tell you what, behind from Youngbuck here. This is the fight Copenhagen was looking for.
Yep, MYM's not quite sure of it yet. Youngbuck is going to try to find JWoww. They've got the knock up, the Soul Shackles moving away. There's a quick Zanya's to avoid the Shock Blast. JWoww zoned out of the fight as Soren picks up Corey very quickly. Nisbeth chased away. The front line has not been able to catch up to the back line as Airwax is going to look like he's going to almost take out JWoww. That's Freeze coming up with it. However, they've lost Soren, but they've managed to pick up 2. Can they get even more? Freeze taking tower shots. Looks like the Wolves have been pushed back for the time being, but they do have the numbers advantage.
And once again, the
Freeze! Not quite enough. Maybe they'll lose that one. Summoner heal blown away. They land a dark binding on Horo. Maybe look for him. Not enough damage. Just barely. Are collapsing. You got to be careful there. Youngbuck, they're going to move on to him right now. He's got the Soul Shackles out. He does have the Zanya's Hourglass. Corey, they've caught him together, and Freeze coming up with a big kill, but they've lost Youngbuck. It's still a 4v4. Never mind, make that a 4v3. Nisbeth takes down Airwalks. The Wolves might actually be going down in this case. That's going to be a double kill for Mr. Rales. This Baron, though, it's still not quite low enough. It's at about 5,000 health. As you said, the Maelstrom is on. Here comes JWoww. Gonna turn attention onto Freeze, and they shut him down. Nisbeth with the pick. They managed to find another. It's an ace for just a couple seconds. Right back to the Baron. Meet Your Makers. Here they go.
After losing every single team fight in the game, they managed to win the one in the mid-game here from Copenhagen. It was such a nice setup. They can go back to this 1-4 if they want to, but if they don't want to risk any hard engage and have to teleport down from JWoww, just run 5 together. use your Baron buff, at least with 2 lanes, because you have the Rek'Sai ulti on the other side who can actually join in instantly. So at least pushing 2 lanes, but just use your poke once again.
Oh!
Not like that.
Well, talk about that kind of poke. That's going to be Freeze coming up with a quick 1-2, and they're looking for a little bit more. Airwalks locks up Corey. Thought he'd locked up Rallis, but they're able to take him down, however. The rest of the Wolves still roaming together. Meteor Makers, that's a 1-for-1 trade. Support for jungle.
Still though, no reason for MYM to go into the jungle. Stay in the lanes, where you can see everything. Watch your 2 flanks, and then Copenhagen will suddenly cannot engage onto you, and just start pushing down. You got even the second dragon for 15% more damage on the turret. You got the buffed up minions. There you go. Easy tower for you. Well played in the end for them with the tower and Horo. It was a mix of Horo and Huni, but just pushing it in.
Yep.
MYM at least managed to get that 1 tower. They're trading 1-for-1.
They do manage to get a little bit more minion damage on that one. So Meteor Makers making use of this Baron buff. Again, the gold's just about evened out. 500 separating these 2 teams. However, there's a slight dragon advantage for the Wolves. We'll see if that stays the same, because there's about 30 seconds on that next one to spawn. A lot of wards and a lot of Rek'Sai tunnels in the backside of that pit, however, from Meteor Makers.
You can see Corey going for the Infinity Edge on JC, simply because your W, when you activate it, will give you obviously 110% attack speed, like max out your attack speed to 2.5 seconds, and then at the same, then you just get like these 2 or 3 hits really fast, where you have the Infinity Edge for insane amount of burst. But it requires him to stay alive, at least for a few seconds in these fights, and once again, both jump him.
They zoomed into the back. Airwalks isolated from the team. Corey's going to pick him up, and they are going for more right now. They haven't lost well, they just lose JWoww, excuse me, I'm corrected. It's a double kill going over to Freeze. Copenhagen Wolves, they might have still find the out fight here. Soren in the middle. They're going to take down Corey. They're going to look for more. Freeze, a quadra kill. I don't believe it. He gets that one. However, they nearly lose that fight. Soren, the last man on the map.
Then they didn't manage to use it because they didn't group as a team. And Copenhagen Wolves forced the team first. Now they're going to Corey again.
Yep, he's going to flash away from that collateral damage.
Die.
It'll clip him on the side, but Youngbuck is the one going down already. They're locked up. That is, Nisbet doing some serious work, and they are going to lose Corey, however. Soren coming up with a pick onto Oral as they push Freeze away from this fight. Unlimited still trying to help out Horo. He's by himself. He goes down. That's a double kill going to Soren. Youngbuck the only casualty for the Wolves. Nisbet is finally going to go down. Can he stop this one? It's going to be a long time before his teammates come. He's not even moving fast enough. They've already lost the Nexus turret. Make that 2. The Nexus is going down. 48-15 on the clock. And the Copenhagen Wolves are victorious over Meteor Makers.